applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take a few to lose. Built to win, applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse.
Welcome back to CTC. I'm your gracious host, Carl, and I'm back with another episode. And we are recapping the national championship. What a game. Indiana wins it 27-21 on a game-winning interception by Sharp from Northwestern High School in Miami. Found that out during the game. So what a full circle moment from him. But let's get right into this game, man. So the game starts off. Both teams get a first down and punt. Boom, right? Miami gets the ball first. Indiana defers to the second half. So, boom. Indiana would strike first with a field goal. They'll move down the field. Charlie Becker made some plays. Elijah Surratt made some plays. For real, I think Miami was playing way too passive in the pass coverage. The first half, they weren't really pressed up on the receivers. So, a lot of RPOs being ran. RPO short routes to the receivers on the outside, just nickel and diming them down the field. Had some big runs as well. Indiana strikes first 3-zip. Then Indiana gets the ball back again. And they go down the field off of 2 Miami penalties. First, there was a pass interference, which it was on O'Connor. No. It was on OJ Frederick. And I'm not gonna lie, the pass interference, I can get why he was surprised he was called on it, because on that same drive on 1st and 10, he kind of did the same thing. He kind of was holding on to the receiver, grabbing him, and they didn't call it, and he broke a pass up. So on that 3rd and 10, he like, hey, y'all just let me do this 2 plays ago, and now you calling PI, but it was PI nonetheless, but they were letting him play. Then on 3rd and 13, Ruben Bain jumps off sides. Mendoza has a free play. It's incomplete, but again, Bain jumps off sides. So no harm, no foul. 3rd and 8, they run the ball, pick up the first down. Charlie Becker makes a big play, gets him down to the 6, and they run it in from there on a fullback dive. They go up 10-0. They actually go up 10-0 at halftime because Miami misses a kick with like 30-something seconds left until the half, keeping it at 10-zip. And in the first half, Indiana was just dominant. Miami didn't pick up a 3rd down in the first half. But in the second half, roles were kind of reversed. Indiana would get the ball, not really do anything with it. Miami would get the ball, and Mark Fletcher on 3rd down takes off for a 57-yard touchdown run, puts Miami down 10-7. So then Indiana gets the ball. Miami forces a 3-and-out. They punt. Malachi Tony, questionable decision to fair catch that punt at like the 4 or 5. You should have probably just let it bounce, see if it goes in the end zone, get the touchback. But he fair catches it, and it puts Miami in a bad spot. Indiana forces a 3-and-out, and on that 3-and-out, Mikhail Kamara blocks the punt. It is recovered in the end zone by, I believe, Jones, the linebacker, and Indiana goes up 17-7. Now, on that block punt, it just looked like the guy on the second level on the right side just let Kamara through. He didn't block. He didn't even slow him down. It looked like he just let him through, and Kamara blocked it, leading to a special teams touchdown for Indiana. But Miami would respond yet again. Mark Fletcher breaking a long run. Mark Fletcher would finish off the drive with another touchdown on the day. He had a great day for the Hurricanes. He was a constant, making it 17-14. But then Indiana, they respond with another touchdown. One of the big moments being on fourth down and 5, Cignetti burns a timeout. He calls a QB draw. Now, I later learned that it was a QB draw with an option to pass. If it's zone, I think he said he's supposed to pass. If it's man, he's supposed to run. He said he saw man, and he saw man and zone, but he just took off. He said he was going to bet on himself. And bet on himself he should have, as he runs and takes it to the end zone. Just a hard-nosed, tough run by Mendoza. Definitely a Heisman moment by Mendoza. Touchdown, Indiana puts them up 24-14. But, of course, Miami would respond. And on 3rd and 15, Carson Beck hits Alex Bowman down the seams for a first down, moving the chains, keeping the drive alive. And Malachi Tony, man, he's just so special. He would take the ball 22 yards on a jet sweep to the end zone for a touchdown. Malachi Tony's just special, man. Words can't describe how good that kid is, and he's just a true freshman. Special day, special playoff, special year for him. But you give the ball back to Indiana with 6:30 and some change. We'll just say 6:30 left. And Miami gets 2 big back shoulder plays by Charlie Beck. Big play Beck is what I call him, because when they need a guy, he steps up. And he stepped up on that last Indiana drive really big. Man, it was crazy. Great play by Charlie Beck, but they get to the 2-minute timeout. It's 1st and 10 Indiana. First down essentially wins the game. If not, hey, you kick a field goal, Miami needs a touchdown to win it. 1st and 10, Roman Hemby gets 9 yards. 2nd and 1, you as a Miami fan, you like, man, this is the worst case scenario. 2nd and 1, we burned the timeout. They just need 1 yard for a first, and we're going to have to burn our timeouts. They're going to take a lot of this clock. But no, we get a false start on Indiana. Takes a 2nd and 1 to 2nd and 6. Then run the ball again, get 1 yard. I want to say it was Roman Hemby. Run the ball again. I want to say it was Roman, but it could have been Kalen Black. With shout out Kalen Black, had a great day on the ground. Tough to tackle, made big plays. Earlier in the game, he made that 3rd and 8 off the Ruben Bain offsides. But forces a 4th and 4 by Indiana, and I'm not going to lie. I thought Cignetti ran it 3 times to go for it and end the game there on 4th down, but Cignetti took the points. They go up 27-21. Carson Beck gets the ball with 1:40, no timeouts. Gets a delayed game to start the drive. I'm like, this is obviously not what you want to start the drive. First play incomplete. Second play incomplete, but there's a flag for unnecessary roughness, roughing the quarterback. They get an automatic first down, 15 yards, no time off the clock, 1:30. Now the drivers got legs. 1st and 10. They move the ball. Again, I think they got to play down the seam again to Malachi Tony. Moving the rock. Then, no, it wasn't Tony. I want to say it was CJ Daniels. Or maybe it was Keelan Marion. Either way, they get a big play. Boom. Tony catches a crazy catch short of the sticks. Time is ticking. They eventually get a CJ Daniels first down out of bounds. Indiana calls timeout with 51 seconds left. The ensuing play, Carson Beck, cover 2, throws a pick to Sharp, and that is your ball game. Now, because of the flag for him taking off his helmet on the field of play, they did get an unsportsmanlike conduct after the play, which set them up really bad in terms of the field position to run a knee. Like Mendoza, instead of just taking the knee, had to fight his way forward so he don't get a safety. But Indiana wins your ball game 27-21. Amazing national championship. The national championship we all wanted and deserved. Indiana 16-0. First time ever national champions at the University of Indiana. And before I do my shout outs, like of Cignetti and everything, first of all, I would like to shout out the Miami Hurricanes. They put up a heck of a fight. They showed that they were definitely one of the top teams in the country this year. They just had some slip-ups. But I told y'all on CTC, first of all, I told y'all earlier, shout out my boy Ace, I told y'all to take that plus 7.5 with Miami. Second thing I told y'all is I trust Indiana in the clutch more than I trust Miami, because I seen Carson Beck throw 2 picks in 2 games that killed the game. Threw the pick in Louisville. Ended the game. Threw the pick against, or the game was against Louisville. It was in Miami. Threw the pick against SMU at SMU in overtime. Ended the game. I told y'all, if it comes to Beck, it's going to happen. And what did he do? He threw a pick to end the game. Told y'all it was going to happen. It's just, last week was great, but it's inevitable with this guy. That's why I always say I can't trust him. I give him his props for the Ole Miss comeback win, getting that done, but I still can't trust you because I've seen it too many times, and it happened. But I want to give a huge shout out to Mark Fletcher. He played a heck of a game. Huge shout out to Malachi Tony. He's special, had a heck of a game. Huge shout out to that Miami defense. Second half, they adjusted. They played more press man coverage, and Indiana was struggling to move the ball at first, but they finally figured it out. Now, to the winning side. Shout out Kalen Black. He was running that football hard, man. He was tough to bring down, tough to tackle, getting extra yards. Just a great game by him. Roman Hemby had a great game as well. He was tough to bring down as well, but he was more so the speedster of the guys. Shout out D'Angelo Pons, just sticky coverage everywhere. Now, I did think he was going to catch that pick against Keelan Marion, but Keelan Marion had the ball. He just dropped it when he got to the ground, incomplete. But D'Lo Pons was making plays whenever the ball went his way. Great game by him. Great game by Mendoza, stepping up. Big-time moments, making big-time throws and big-time runs. Shout out to Charlie Becker. Big-time players make big-time plays, and that is why I call him Big Play Becker. I also want to shout out last but definitely not least, Kurt Cignetti. If you've been watching my show since the start, you know I've been super high on Cignetti. I tweeted I wanted Michigan State, as you can see, I'm a Spartans fan, to go get Cignetti because all he does is win. When he said that on the press conference, I'm not going to let y'all rewrite history. Y'all called him arrogant. You said he's at Indiana. Y'all said he was a poser when they got blown out by Ohio State and then lost to Notre Dame in the playoffs last year. I didn't forget. Y'all didn't believe in this man. Now that he won, y'all acting like y'all believed in him the whole time. No, that's not what happened. I did, but y'all didn't. Shout out to Cignetti, man. He told y'all when he got to Indiana, Google me, I win. Or he said, I win, Google me. He said it in reverse order. But that's what he said. He told y'all that. And y'all ain't want to hear it because he was at Indiana. And now, look, 2 years in, he's a national champion. So shout out Kurt Cignetti, man. Great year, perfect season, perfect year. And this is why I said he's one of the best coaches in college before the hype, before all the narratives now. I was in front of this. Like I said, 2023, I got a tweet saying, man, Cignetti going to Indiana. I pounded the table for him to come to Michigan State. But oh well, it is what it is. And Indiana reaps the benefits. So I gotta definitely shout him out for the 2-year turnaround of Indiana. I can't say it's the greatest turnaround because last year they went 11-2 and made the playoffs. Can't say that. But it's for 2 years, absolutely insane. Shout out to him for a job well done. Now, little bit of notes for the game. I also told y'all I was scared of ugly habits rearing their ugly head for Miami. Couple of undisciplined flags led to touchdowns, led to first downs, just bad flags in pivotal moments. But Indiana has some uncharacteristic flags too. And when I say uncharacteristic, I don't mean flags that shouldn't have been called. I mean flags that you can't commit these penalties. Indiana's false start, that roughing the passer, that had another false start earlier. These are things that we don't really necessarily see from Indiana Cignetti coach teams. We saw them in the national championship, and I love Elijah Surratt. I rave about Elijah Surratt. That 3rd-and-3 drop is so uncharacteristic of Elijah Surratt in this Indiana program at midfield early in the third quarter. That could have kept a drive alive for possible points. That was so uncharacteristic. But at the end of the day, Cignetti and Indiana gets it done. They're your 2025-2026 national champions. The national championship stays in the Big Ten. This is the only Big Ten championship I'm happy about. I'm not happy about the Michigan one, and I'm not happy about the Ohio State one. But this one I can smile at. I could be happy for Indiana for sure. And I'm excited to get into this college basketball season next year or next week. And well, really this week for real. I might be back tomorrow. And I'm also excited for the college football season next season. But just a great season. I think this national championship was not even a microcosm. I think this championship represented how good of a season it was, man. A 10 seed versus a 1 seed came down to the wire, and we had a perfect season for a team that deserves it. Shout out Mendoza. Oh, one last thing before I clean up. Mendoza has the biggest, I'm trying to think of a PG way to say it. I guess up yours moment, because we don't curse, it's a PG show here, but up yours moment ever. It's from the state of Miami, from the city of Miami, from the state of Florida. I'm not stupid. Y'all not about to catch me. I messed up. It's from the city of Miami. He tried to walk on at the University of Miami, and they denied him a chance to do so. So in the national championship, he beats the University of Miami, the same university from the same city that wouldn't let him walk on, in their house in the national championship. If that's not the biggest up yours to a university, I don't know what is. So just wanted to get that out there. But man, appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hopefully you like, comment, share, subscribe. As you can see, this is CTC, and it's a part of the Refuse to Lose network. And we have multiple shows on said network. I'm not the only one. We have the main show featuring Joe, Tomo, and Dave. They go live on Tuesdays and Fridays from 7 to about 8:30. I should be on the live tomorrow, so tune in. We have Unfazed they normally go live Tuesdays at about 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central, but the days have been different lately. So make sure y'all tune into that. That's featuring Joe and AJ. It should be fun to hear what they got to say about the playoffs. We have BWT, who going live tomorrow at 12 noon, Baseball with Teddy. So make sure for all your baseball needs, probably going to talk about Bregman. It's probably going to talk about Kyle Tucker going to the Dodgers, which is crazy. So make sure y'all tune into that. We have RBO, Real Ballers Only NBA show featuring Vaughn. My Pistons beat the Celtics tonight by 1 point. Hey, shout out Pops and that Cash App. But NBA show, so make sure you check him out. We have Dave's Doghouse highlights and lowlights of sport, and we have In the Red Corner featuring Ty, Ricky, and Tomo boxing episodes. They go live on Sundays. They don't go live every Sunday, but when they do go live, it is on Sundays. It's around 6:30, 7 o'clock, so make sure you check them out for all your boxing needs. And that's all the shows we have on the network. And we have to talk about my record. So my final record of the entire 2025-2026 season, we finished at 174-96. My goal was not to have 100 losses by the end of the season, and we have accomplished that. My other goals was for my bowl record and my CFB record to stay above 500. Bowl record being 22-13, which is factored into my pick'em, and my CFP went 7-4, which is also factored into my pick'em. So all three goals have been accomplished, and I must say I'm proud of myself. To get 170 wins but not reach 100 losses, and what's that? About 260 games. That's 260 games exactly. In 260 games, I don't have 100 losses and 260 pick'em. So definitely proud of myself in that. But y'all stay tuned for the college basketball content, man, because I love the sport of college basketball. Miami of Ohio is ranked 25th. They play Kent State tomorrow. My Michigan State boys play Oregon tomorrow. It should be a good game. Hopefully it's not, though, because they don't have Nate Biddle or Jackson Shelstead, and they've been kind of bad without them. So make sure y'all tune in for all the college basketball stuff as well. I do have a short that is posted, so make sure you check that out as well. And again, like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe. But that's all we got for y'all tonight, man. Hopefully I enjoyed that natty, but I'm gone. Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.